Welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to talking shit and self-improvement. My name is Brett Scott.
I'm just Carl.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers.
Gang, what's up, man? What's up?
Gang, gang. What's up, Jesse Cole?
What's up, man? How we doing?
It has been a grip, my man.
Been way too long, man. I was telling that to Kimberly. I was like, man, I'm only recording like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I think it has been like 2.5 weeks. It's been a minute.
It's the Christmas episode, bro. We're lacking.
We did.
I feel like Halloween is more important of an episode than Christmas, though.
It is. I mean, Halloween, it's all fun and everything. Both of us are probably busy as shit when it comes to Christmas and the holidays. I know we are. We're like going all over the place and finishing up shopping and fucking wrapping presents and all the bullshit, all the that comes along with the fun,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, yeah. Got Kimberly tinted the windows on my car for my
Christmas. I saw that.
Kind of sexy now. The little jet is looking kind of gangster.
That's a dope ass present, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. This shit was not cheap. I appreciate it.
Yeah, me and Eva decided like we were gonna take care of the kids first, and we're gonna do ours separate, just to not mix it all in with the craziness.
Yeah, we went shopping together, and then, we kind of set not a limit, but an expectation of like, she didn't tell me what she'd get me, but Kimberly's a way better gift giver than I.
Yeah, so that. You've said that in the past.
She's way more thoughtful, just a better human in general. But I got her some work on her. She get a whole Disney mural up the side of her leg. Yeah, she's got like a realistic, like real life Maleficent, but now she's got like some other, like a Stitch and an Aladdin and a whole bunch. She's getting it going, but like I paid a couple hours tattooing for her, and then I got her a necklace with a dinosaur and a panda that says "Love You Forever," and she got me let's see, the tinted windows, barbershop that I go to, gift card, and there's something else she got me that's awesome. And there's something else I got her that I can't talk about on the air. But yeah, we got some cool. We had a good Christmas, man. It ain't about the gift.
It sounds like you're a fine fucking gift giver, man. That shit sounds great.
Tattoo appointments, all right, man. Give me one of those any fucking holiday, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing that I did kind of gift, it was for my wife, but really it ends up being for the whole family. So she's gonna get something else too. But we like to one thing that our family does quite often, like I know how you and Kim like to get out and go to like stay in a hotel somewhere, and that's kind of like your like grown up getaway. Well, we do that like it's our family getaway. So like we'll do it and it'll be like a staycation. We'll only go like maybe like 10 miles down the road, but it's just the fact that, like, yeah, it's just the fact that we got like a swimming pool, indoor swimming pool.
You ain't bored in the house, right? Like,
right. And the kids fucking love it. They'll swim all goddamn day. We get, we always get a place that has breakfast and usually a place that serves dinner as well. Sometimes free drinks.
Man. Okay.
Yeah. So we like,
that's all right.
We only pick the good shit and we do it usually just nearby so that we can do it whenever, like just like fucking drop of a hat, like, oh, we'll go stay in a hotel. And my wife was like, I want to stay in a hotel for Christmas. And I was like, all right. We did this last year too. But this year she asked for it as a gift on top of things. She was like, I think I want a hotel stay. And I was like, okay. But now she's like, I don't know if that counts as a because it's like all of us, it's like, that's a whole family Christmas present. That's not
family really gift though. That's like we got board games. Y'all got a hotel stay. I get you.
Yeah.
Connect Four is that obviously equal to a plush hotel with free drinks and food.
Right. Right. No, it'll be fun though. Like I dig it. It's like when you take a family anywhere, it's no longer a vacation. Don't even like. We were talking to our therapist like this past week about it, and it's like we go to like couples counseling, and it's like we're talking about how going and doing shit like as a family isn't at all like a vacation. It's not like if you're going on vacation, it's not a vacation. It's a trip.
It's enjoyable, but it's not a relaxation.
No, there's no relaxing. Like
I love taking my kids to this trail. It's on Quinault, man. It's badass. It's cool. We always see weird mushrooms and fungus and just weird shit and cool rivers. It's beautiful.
Yep.
That's a work. That is a job, bro. Yeah. For me, more so Kimberly, because I push everything off on her because I'm kind of a piece of garbage. But
yeah, same.
But but me and her went to that, just us. I came home with a fine batch of chanterelles to cook with some steak. Like a kid's trip and a vacation are definitely two different things. Your counselor's not off par with that.
Yeah. So we are doing that. Tomorrow is my day off, so we're gonna go stay in a hotel. Yeah.
Me and Kimberly's gift to each other. Hotel stay. Go see Dan Cummins, which was fucking awesome. And then we went to sleep in our little hotel. Then we woke up and immediately went and saw Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh yes. Yeah. Which you just brought up a lot of shit we need to talk about, and so much.
That's a big flex, bro.
Yeah. Let's dive right into this shit because so tell me about going to see Dan Cummins, who you and I both really enjoy. You got me hooked on fucking Time Suck, and then I got hooked on fucking Scared to Death, and I got hooked on dude, the whole fucking Bad Magic.
Yeah, Bad Magic's badass, bro. Okay.
Yeah. So tell me about Dan Cummins, stand up.
He's fucking hilarious. He's very he has this big, I don't want to give it all away if anybody's gonna go see him, but it's he's where he's talking about, first he talks about the COVID shit a little bit, it's funny, but the bit that really stood out to me was he goes, I like guns, I support this, I support this and this, and it's back and forth between both sides of the political spectrum. And he's like, people, well, what are you? He's like, well, I'm an individual. And I was like, fucking dude, you got him. And it was super, I was laughing the whole fucking time, bro. He was killing it. He was saying some really fucked up funny shit. And then as a little extra bonus gift, Kimberly is like, hey, I think that's Lynn's behind us. Lynn, if those aren't following Time Suck podcast, Lindsay's his wife, and she's also the co-host of Scared to Death. And so my regular, I'm driving in my job to go up to the, Parts Unknown where I work. I listen to that podcast pretty much every Wednesday, and I'm used to hearing her laughing, so it was really made the show kind of better. She's sitting literally, I want to say 4 feet behind us, laughing. I looked back and I was gave her the little heart hands, and she's like, it was cool, man. Cool. Yeah, and then I hear her laughing behind me, and I was like, this is really kind of surreal, man. It was cool.
Did he ever call attention to her being in the audience or anything?
No. She's trying to be sneaky. We were parked in the back by the bathroom, bro. My initial seat, they tried to put a thing.
Did anyone else recognize her that you noticed?
No, and I wanted to ask her for a picture, but I didn't want to start a thing. Yeah. So I was trying to be respectful, but I was like, man, I listen to this girl every week. I was kind of fanboying a little bit. It was really cool, man. And Dan's super funny, bro. I was really, really happy with that experience. And Tacoma Comedy Club, very nice club. The wait staff's attentive. It was great, man. It was a really great show. I actually I bought tickets to Big J Ogerson. I'm gonna go see him in March at the same place.
Dude, I totally regret not jumping on these tickets, man, because I was gonna go see Dan Cummins in September, and I would have seen him a couple months ago before you. I doubt I would have gotten the Lindsay, the Lindsay appearance because you guys are a lot closer to where they live.
Yeah, and then I was seeing some post where somebody gave him, you know how they do the Scared to Death? Somebody gave him a Ouija board, and on the back of it has that prayer they read at the start.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool because they're like, "Will you accept a gift?" And he's like, "That's really cool how you asked." Yeah, definitely. Brought her on stage. He got that gift. It was cool, man. And then he told an old one of the Here Comes the Spoon story. Have you heard that?
I don't think so.
You should, Google that. His bit of Here Comes the Spoons. That was really funny. I was fucking crying, bro. It was great. I had a lovely time. And yeah, Dan Cummins. I've always been a podcast fan, but the stand up is fucking Gucci too, man. It's great. He's the real deal. And I was thinking, that's my first live stand up show I ever been to, and I was really, really impressed. He set a high bar, man. He fucking, especially because of his the cult following, everybody. There's so many Time Sucks sweaters, t-shirts, beanies, tattoos. You know, like.
Did you get to show off your tattoo to anybody?
I did not because I was way in the back, and then like it was cold out, so I had a long sleeve Carhartt on, and I wasn't like. I didn't want to be all weird. Like Lynn's like, look at my tattoo, you size. I'm fucking really into this shit.
Yeah, it'd be like showing it with a fucking Rogan tattoo, you know?
Yeah, he's like, that's awesome. Probably more appropriate than sending me on the website. Thank you.
Right.
Saying I don't want to be all like extra. Like I wasn't even trying to blow up Lindsay's spot. She's trying to be in the back and enjoy her man killing it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But very cool, you know. It's cool to get away from like, hey, you know. But yeah. And I wouldn't even like it would have took me a long ass time to notice, but Kimberly like was like, hey, I think that's his wife. I was like, oh shit, it's Lynn's. Like, you know, like it's cool, man.
That's cool.
So shout out to Dan Cummins. That shit was fucking awesome, bro.
Yes.
Killed that shit.
We fucking love you, Dan Cummins.
Yeah.
And I'll be coming to see you as soon as I possibly can as well. Next time he comes around, I'm checking him out.
Don't look bad. He's gonna tour this fall.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna say right up top, this episode I'm gonna call it fucking spoilers because we're gonna talk a lot of spoilers. We're gonna talk about Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers. We're gonna talk Hawkeye spoilers. We're gonna talk The Matrix spoilers. So if you haven't seen that shit, or if you only want to hear certain parts, just listen until we get to that. What's up?
Did you watch Witcher? The new Witcher?
No, I got one episode in. That's it.
All right, we'll leave that for another episode then, because I watched that whole shit.
Yeah.
Season 1 and
plenty to talk about. Season 1 I have seen, but season 2 I have not.
I couldn't get into season 1, but we watched part of season 2, and we just dove all the way in over the Christmas break. Watched the whole thing. So
no, it's a badass series. I like it.
It absolutely is. There's another. If you're a girl and you like to watch girl shows, watch Dr. Foster. If you're going through a breakup, watch Dr. Foster. If you like British shows, watch Dr. Foster. Yeah. That show is awesome, dude. It's a girl show for sure. Like, it's about a scorned wife that attacks, goes after her ex-husband. There's whole 2 seasons of it. It's from the BBC. But
I saw someone talking about that online.
Yeah, I think it was probably me.
It was probably you.
Just gonna be mad at your ex again. Watch Dr. Foster be mad at your ex again in season 1 or episode 1.
Yeah, that was you. Yeah.
Really got in a fight with the baby's daddy the next day. That's facts, bro.
when art imitates life. Hey,
life imitates art.
Man. So the next day after, was when you went and saw Spider-Man.
Yeah, went to the hotel room, got weird, took a nap, woke up, boom, straight to Spider-Man.
What did you think? Hey, spoilers, motherfuckers. Spider-Man spoilers. So if you don't want to hear it, skip ahead 20 minutes and we'll be talking about something else.
Man, okay, what do you want to talk about first? This is the best.
Well, shit.
Okay.
So,
let's start with the small shit. Charlie Cox.
Yes.
My man. Daredevil. What's up, my God?
Yes. And
super happy.
People who were caught up on Hawkeye got to see Vincent D'Onofrio a couple days before that.
Okay, so I was on the opposite end of that spectrum. I caught up on Hawkeye during Christmas break. So I was like, what? Dude. And if they're going to bring the whole Defenders universe to the MCU, that'd be fire. I know there's that shit about, I can never get his first name, but the last name, Barenthal. John Barenthal?
John Barenthal.
He said he don't want to come play some watered down version Punisher. Like, man, come on, boy.
Yeah, it would be. It is tough, man, because that is one thing, and I don't want to get into to Hawkeye yet, but that is one thing I'm worried about. Is
they're gonna bring Punisher or okay, let's decide. Oh no, let's go back to No Way Home first.
Okay. All right.
Excited and flustered. It's all interchanging, man. Okay, so we got Willem Dafoe. Hold on, I wrote down names. Did you see the cameo of we're on small show. We got Charlie Cox, Hannibal Buress, and JB Smoove in the high school.
Yeah. With the shirt.
Yeah. The ones that the teachers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When when they set up the whole fucking.
Multiverse is funny. He's like, and JB Smooth is like the JB Smooth is a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
He was also on Curb Your Enthusiasm, the later episodes, the new season that just came out. Super funny. I was watching some shit online about him earlier. He's great. He goes on like Jim and Sam a lot. Not a lot, but enough. You know, he's promoting. So that's great, dude. So anyway, it was cool to see them. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. That's Hannibal Buress. That should be smooth. I was like, what? Like, dude, they're both super. Hannibal Buress is a beast. You know who he is, right?
Yeah. And he's in but he's in the other Spider-Man movie too. So he wasn't. That was
a teacher. Yeah. So it's cool that they brought him back. And JB Smooth is, dude. If you're not hip to JB Smooth, just watch like the last 3 seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm. He plays Leon. So hilarious, bro. He has a ton of other shit, but he's great, dude. JB Smooth. So I was really happy to see him. Who else we got? What else happened? Obviously, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire cameos were great.
So let me ask you something. 2 things I want to ask you, okay? Because I mean, we can't go beat for beat on this motherfucker, but like, all right. In my opinion, Willem Dafoe fucking killed it, bro. Killed it.
Absolutely. Like, absolutely. I'm so glad to see him. I was like, what? Yeah. Hey, what? I would have loved to see James Franco, though, to be honest, as well. Not in place of, but in analogous to.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, that's been great.
It might have been neat. He's dead too, so I don't know how they would have played that. Like, that character's dead, so I don't know how they would have played that. I know, but Toby in the movie references the fact that his best friend died, so I don't know how they would have done it. They probably could have done it. But
yeah, they could have made it extra like weird and emotional with Harry and him. They could have went off. That probably took a lot of time though.
Yeah. I think Willem Dafoe was like a standout in that motherfucker, like so good. And I'm glad they broke that mask early on. That was kind of great. Like they made it a point to break that fucking Power Ranger mask. And then he gets the purple hood though. That was comic book dope, dude.
Yeah. What do you think about Alfred Molina coming back, the Doc Ock?
He's great, man. I honestly, the only thing, and he looked, I mean, God, it's been fucking 20 years almost, and he still pretty much looks the goddamn same.
Yeah, I don't think they skipped a beat on that, man.
Yeah. So what'd you think of Jamie Foxx in it, though?
I liked it. I liked him. I'm not mad at it. It's cool that they gave that character, like, less of, like, a handicap, you know? Like, they made him like, oh, this is a very capable supervillain. This is somebody without thoughts and movements, and you know, he's not some fucking klutz dork, you know, like he's a smooth motherfucker now. Whatever brought him across transformed him into something powerful, because now he's capable of being the big bad, you know.
Yeah, I think that some of his humor for me didn't really land, but I do like. But it was still so much better, an improvement on the version he was in the other Spider-Man movie. Like, it just worked so much better.
And Jamie Foxx, he's a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then fucking Charlie wait, hold on. What the fuck was his name, dude? You know, Lyle from the Matrix, or not from the Matrix, from Wings. Thomas Hayden Church, dude, he came back. Sandman.
Yeah.
That was cool, because like that's like his only role in actual like movies other than being Lyle from Wings.
Yeah.
You remember?
It was great.
The USA TV show?
Fuck yeah, I remember Wings. Yeah.
Got that show, man. I was a kid. God damn. Remember remember Brian from Wings did that like enactment of The Shining for USA. They redid The Shining. There's like a 1990s version of The Shining that as his brother in the show Wings. They do The Shining, and it's the brother of Sandman. Anyway, this is a super far reach and tangent, but it was terrible. I remember as a little kid, I was like, what is even happening here? This is even scary.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite Kubrick, let's just say that.
Yeah. So, Andrew Garfield, I feel like, turned in an even better performance than Tobey Maguire. I think Garfield fucking killed it. I love that they had him save MJ, like he didn't get to save Gwen. That was fucking powerful.
Did you see everybody promoting online for them to do a TASM 3?
Yeah, and a Spider-Man 4. Yep. What do you think about that?
I can live without Spider-Man 4. TASM 3, I'm down with that shit. Tom McGuire killed.
Yeah, and that's funny. So
they should use that universe to bring in Spider-Gwen with Emma Stone. That'd be all right.
They could somehow, but she's dead. So I don't know how they do that.
Have him like not go home to the right universe when Doctor Strange sends him back to another universe where Spider-Man is actually Spider-Gwen. Okay. Easy money, bro. Boom! Yeah. I should see you right now.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I think the Spider-Verse shit. If they keep going with it, like if Sony keeps going with the Spider-Verse stuff, and they like that's how they do Miles Morales and shit like that.
It will be.
See that, and the Gwen thing would work too, because like, you know, in Gwen's story, in Spider-Gwen's story, it's Peter Parker who dies, and like that's the person she lost. So like that'd be cool to see that flip-flop. It'd be cool to see that version.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of. What do you think about fucking Aunt May being the one that dies, not Uncle Ben? That a fucking with great power comes great responsibility.
I love that, man. To be honest, it sucks Marissa Tomei had to be exited from the MCU in such fashion.
Yeah,
she was the best Aunt May. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and a great twist on it too, man. I love that they did that. Like, I love the way they did that. Like it meant so much more because like Uncle Ben, you know, it's like. You got to know him for 15 fucking minutes in the other movies, and he was dead.
Every time.
You got her for 3 fucking films.
Yeah. You know?
And
made
then
it's like your neck hair stand up a little.
Yeah, man. It hurts so much more. And goddamn, if
Nuggets in this theater,
dude, that fucking kid can act, dude. Like,
and
flying over Aunt May, I'm like, God damn, man, he's so goddamn good. He's really fucking good.
But on Sirius last night, what's it called? Anyway, whatever. On Sirius last night, I was listening to an interview with Ned, Jacob or whatever the fuck his last name is, and then Zendaya and Tom Holland, and they were talking about how they've actually become like really, really close friends, and so. And they're talking about like a lot of different stuff, like how they do the web shooting thing, like where they're flying. Is like they basically just kind of squat and cuddle, and then the director like moves the camera like this, and it was cool, man. It was good.
Yeah, Tom and Zendaya actually are fucking together. Like they're
yeah. And then they're like their actual good friend and stuff. Like it was cool. Like it was really interesting. To hear them all like how they got along, and like they're supposed to go to some aquarium together for like cast bonding, but they went and they're like, nah, we're just gonna go have a picnic instead. And they're like, what do you want to get? Like Lunchables and Doritos. So it's cool, man. I was like, that's cool. And then they kind of like talked about Zendaya being taller than Tom Holland, and she's like, well, for me at home that was normal. Because my mom's taller than my dad.
Yeah.
So I was like shout out for the short motherfuckers.
So what'd you think about how they ended it, man? Like no one remembers Peter Parker anymore. Like,
well, it sets him up for independent picture taking Spider-Man mode.
Yeah.
You know, puts him back to square one as a well-developed Spider-Man. Something I don't want to miss is J.K. Simmons as James. Yeah, and how he's all Alex Jones mode now.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
And he played it too. And it's like you don't even realize that because
J.K. Simmons is an awesome actor, bro.
Oh yeah, I love him, dude. He was in Oz. Oh my god,
I was gonna say that. He's the best in Oz, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, remember that whole storyline where he's like trying not to fight motherfuckers because he's about to get paroled, and then they kill his son, and he kills everybody.
Yeah, and he's a real fucking piece of shit motherfucker too in that movie.
Yeah. Oh, he's terrible.
He's terrible. But like that, it showcased his acting so well. That show was good, man. That show was good. That's a '90s classic fucking HBO show. Man.
I wonder if that's on the Max, bro. If it is, man, I need to dig in.
If I don't know if it's on the Max, I watched it on HBO now. Like,
if it was on Max, I'd already been like, "Oh, we're watching this, babe."
Yeah, I would say it's possible because I know it was on HBO now, and like, is that even a thing anymore? Or is it just all HBO Max now?
I don't know, probably all Max, to be honest.
Okay. Because I watched it like 3 years ago. I went through the whole fucking series.
And watched seasons.
Yeah,
remember it's super ridiculous where they're like, you had that season where you got to pick your own way of getting executed, and people were like, this guy asked for like a firing squad.
yeah. They did some weird fucking shit on that show, dude. They did another thing where they were like part of some government experiment where they would take a like drug that made you get younger or some shit, or not grow old or some shit.
Man, shit, give me that. I fucking feel old as hell right now.
It got a little weird. But yeah, I'm cool with it, man. Do you think it's the best Spider-Man movie we've had yet? Yeah. Okay. I tend to agree. What do you think about, like, compared to the rest? Is it the best fucking comic book movie we've seen yet? Is it better than like Endgame, Infinity War, that kind of shit?
It's hard to say because it's new.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, okay, ask me in 3 months, you know, and then because that same day I watched after that we had to go pick up presents from Kimberly's dad's house, and they had Endgame on, and I was sitting there just as captivated the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
So the thing I worry, okay, I love Spider-Man, right? Like, don't get me wrong, this new No Way Home was super fire, but did everybody just want to watch it because of the high amount of spoilers in it?
Right.
Or is it that good? I feel like it's great. It's fucking awesome. You know,
I saw it twice, and I enjoyed it just as much, maybe more the second time. So
you feel like it has a lot of rewatchability?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because there's a lot of great fucking moments in it. Just like watchable moments that are, that'll be all over YouTube here soon. Just like this moment and that moment, like, when the Spider-Men show up, when fucking Gwen gets, or when fucking MJ gets saved.
You seen that ruthless ass meme where they're like, it's like one of Doctor Strange's circles, and then it says MJ and Gwen Stacy showing up to coming into the Spider-Verse, and then it's like Mary Jane, like what's her, Kirsten Dunst, and it's got like everyone wants it all dead and flat.
That's fucked up, dude. No, I saw another good meme today where it's that picture from Tony Stark's funeral, and you know how when that first happened, everyone was like, "Who the fuck's this kid?" And it was the kid from Iron Man 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
So now people are circling Tom Holland, like, "Who the hell's this guy at Tony Stark's funeral?" Pretty smart.
That is, that's funny. That's why I saw that, but I didn't get it. I was like,
yeah. Great fucking Spider-Man No Way Home, great fucking film. We've just spoiled the shit out of it.
Yeah, so hold on, wait, I'm not done spoiling shit.
Go ahead.
After credit scenes, man. The Multiverse of Madness trailer. Let's go there before we go into the other part.
Okay, well, first off, I think it's wild as fuck that they put a whole ass trailer in there. Like, that's kind of crazy. We usually get like a 15-second,
Yeah.
Scene.
Man, I'm ready for that Multiverse of Madness. Damn.
Yeah.
Wanda with Wanda in actual suit and shit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, and then Venom is coming to the MCU.
Well, here's the thing. They showed him in the MCU, but then he zapped out and went back to his fucking world.
So maybe.
But he did leave a little piece of goo behind.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody else becomes Venom in this universe. It's not Tom Hardy.
Maybe he attached to the Spider-Man.
I just hope it's not Eric Foreman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be fucking terrible. Don't bring that dude back.
Topher, whatever the fuck his last name was, that 70s show, dude.
Grace. Don't bring that motherfucker back.
Man, I read this thing, like, okay, so this is my toxic trait, okay? I wake up at the crack of dawn, and instead of getting up and go to the gym, I get on these clickbaits, dude, and I read like, where is the cast of that 70s show now? And I'll read the whole thing, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't help it. I'm like, why am I could be sleeping or working out right now, and I'm doing neither of the things.
Yeah.
Just reading. Where? Oh, fucking damn. Lori died of a fucking overdose? That's terrible. Fucking Ashton and Mila knew that. Okay. What else? You know, like, they're talking shit about fucking Topher Grace. He didn't even go, he didn't finish the last season. And it's like, you're the star of the show, you fucking hunk of shit. Yeah. Like, this is your show, dude. So he was Venom.
I think he thought he was going on to bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying?
Probably works at a fast food restaurant right now.
Yeah, he's been in a couple things, but he's always this like minor ass character. Like he was in the last season of Black Mirror. He had a small part. Okay. Like shit like that. Like obviously he played Venom terribly.
Yeah, that was horrendous.
He's been in some shit, but
it should have made him like lift weights for like 2 years.
Something.
Hit him with like Trembolone or
something. That was not good.
Yeah, no. Like
he's not Eddie Brock, dude. He's not Eddie Brock in any way.
Nah, they got like, even though I would rather have Tom Hardy playing Wolverine, to be honest, he's killing Eddie Brock shit.
Yeah,
and he produced the last one. Like he made that happen.
I think he put his own spin on that character too, because like I don't think of Eddie Brock like that, but I like it. I like that version of Eddie Brock. It's kind of fun. Like
the Eddie Brock we was always introduced to was a piece of shit though, and you see more of the anti-hero within Tom Hardy's anti-Brock. Or Eddie Brock, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my take on it. Okay, are we done ruining this movie for everybody?
I think so.
Okay. So anyway, so what do we got next on our little list here?
I want to know. You want to do Hawkeye? Or you want to go Matrix?
Let's go Matrix and circle back. Wait, but I got a quick thing. thing. You know Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead?
Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead.
Okay. They're saying
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that. You seen that too all day on the damn internet?
Yeah.
Can't make 5 scrolls on Facebook without seeing that shit.
I know. What do you think?
Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Me too. I'm like, I put something on Twitter earlier. I was like, because someone posted like their Marvel Comics is like re-releasing all these old Venom comics now. Like all of a sudden, or not Venom, Ghost Rider comics all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
These Ghost Rider collections. And so when they do that type of shit, a lot of times it's to get people's like excitement building around a character. And then, so the guy like posts that, he's like, oh, Marvel's doing this and that. I'm not saying it means nothing, but
what show did fucking they make a Ghost Rider on that was fucking stupid? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Was there a Ghost Rider on there? I never watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was like mediocre, but like I got into it for a minute, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think I watched all of it.
Yeah, I always have. Like I thought about doing it a bunch of times, but then I just was like, I would do another series instead, and now we got fucking Disney Plus putting out series every other.
Yeah, after the new Disney Plus shit, you won't enjoy Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. but
yeah,
there's a lot.
Though I don't know if anything has anything on the fucking the Netflix Daredevil series though, and Punisher fucking so damn good, dude. And even like Jessica Jones and shit was really good, but Daredevil's like unfucking beatable.
Yeah, I know. I can't get Kimberly to watch that shit to save her life, but
fuck.
Daredevil. She said that's just trash.
Dude, it's so fucking goddamn good, man. It's so fucking good. It's so dark. It's so gritty. It's so violent.
So dark and violent, babe.
And gritty and real.
She's not going for it. I don't know if the mic's picking up, but she's just like, nah, that's not a thing. But it is great. It's great. And then it spawns into the whole universe. Like, yeah, I'm with Charlie. I'm glad they picked him up for the MCU. You're not going to pick a better fucking Daredevil.
Yeah.
It'd be a disservice to replace him.
It would. Same thing with D'Onofrio, and we'll get to that.
Okay. Yeah. I really enjoy. Okay, so let's go Hawkeye. Then we'll talk about Matrix.
Okay, let's go Hawkeye then. Hawkeye spoilers.
Yelena comes back, fool.
Vincent D'Onofrio's the fucking kingpin again, fool.
Yeah, we gotta love that. Yeah, he's like super strong now. But he was super strong somewhat in on Netflix shows, right?
Yeah, but in that he was just more ruthless. He'd like beat the fuck out of people, like bloody their fucking heads. You know, he crushed a dude's head in a car door. Like they can't bring that shit to Disney, I don't think. But they do make him strong as fuck. He's tossing people around, like fucking
Pulling
just
car doors off the hinges.
Yeah.
He throws Bishop across the room with a single bitch slap.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I like that show. The Tracksuit Mafia, that's dope. I enjoyed that whole thing. Hey, dude, bro, you help me with my girlfriend, bro. I said to kill you.
Yeah, it's my favorite series now. Like it's my so far of all the series. It's that.
Loki's my favorite, man.
Yeah, not me. I don't like how it all played out with Loki. But
yeah, but it's gonna spin all that shit right into the multiverse.
Yeah, man, for sure. It definitely was a setup show. Like it was great for that. Like it's
and I don't know whether there's this term. I'm not sure. It's canon, where they're saying like it means all this stuff is relative to the MCU, right? Like it's canon to the MCU. So I don't know what the fuck that actually means. Cause I'm not that educated, but so they're saying, oh, the Netflix Marvel shows are canon. That's where like
right.
And so but it's like what's that show that we were just talking about? Fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was supposed to be canon with fucking all the MCU shit, and it was for like the first half of a season,
right?
And then they're like, yeah, fuck you, CBS, see you,
yeah, pretty much, yeah. And this seems to have maybe like put a nail in that coffin, because in Hawkeye they made Hawkeye's wife this character called Agent 19 Mockingbird, that's at the very end they reveal that watch that has the 19 on it.
Yeah,
that was her watch. That was Laura's watch, and she used to be Agent 19, which is a character called Mockingbird. Which in the comics, Hawkeye and Mockingbird were like romantically involved and stuff. But she's a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and so now there already was a Mockingbird in that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. So this is saying like, nah, guess not, because this is the fucking
yeah. Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., even though it went on for seasons, it's one of those shows where it's like you have to be into this show to really enjoy it. Like they brought out, I'm almost sure that was the show where there was Ghost Rider. I don't think there's any other Marvel shows, and it was kind of horrendous, bro.
I think you're right. I think you're right about that.
I was like, man, this is a disservice to the branding.
Mm-hmm. And like Nicolas Cage is like a fucking wacky, zany motherfucker. I love him, but that's the second Ghost Rider film was like, nah.
It was basura, as the Mexicans say. That means garbage.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. So I haven't seen a Ghost Rider yet that I've been like, whoa, that's fucking Ghost Rider. What I mean?
But I think now that it's like way, we're way developed with all this shit now. Like they're not gonna make a crap lousy Ghost Rider because they want to make money. And it's like, well, he's not. It's like they'll make these Ant-Man movies to bring him into the universe. You know what I mean? But now they brought Kang, and everybody's on board with that. But it's like Ant-Man was a huge risk when they came out with it. Like, who's this Ant-Man? Like, what? Like,
Doctor Strange too. Like Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, like a lot of.
Yeah, but now Doctor Strange is like, at the center of he's the main Avenger right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's the one that Spider-Man goes to because he doesn't know where else to go to.
Yeah, that's definitely happened. Like the MCU's done that from the beginning. They take these B and C characters because they didn't have X-Men, they didn't have Spider-Man, they didn't have, they just had like these other characters, these Avengers to play with, and that's it. They didn't really even have Hulk. Like Universal had Hulk, so it was like they just played with what they had, and they had all these B and C characters like Iron Man and like fucking Captain America. Like these were not A-list characters anymore. These are like old school 70s characters that people weren't really that into anymore. Yeah. And they made fucking household names, you know what I mean? Which is dope. It's fucking crazy. So imagine what they're going to do with big name. Imagine what they're going to do with Cyclops and Wolverine and,
It's not going to be cheesy. You know,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, they're gonna fucking come out with some dope shit with Ghost Rider. You already know.
Yeah.
Like Morpheus, or not Morpheus, was it?
Morbius.
Excuse me. That shit. I'm tied between wanting to see Morbius and Batman. Like, those are, like, I'm equally excited for those movies.
I am not equally excited. I'm
You're
more excited for Batman.
I'm a little more excited for Morbius, to be honest, just because it's like we've seen all the fucking Batman, bro.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know what the fuck to expect. I've never read a comic one about fucking Michael Morbius, you know? Like, I mean, like, this is gonna be some new shit.
Right.
But you know, it's like, okay, so this is a new take on Batman, but I'm familiar with every goddamn character, have been since I was my kid's age, and
yeah,
it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be awesome, but there's not gonna be anything that's gonna make me like, oh, you know, like, it's cool. Like, I like the trailers are badass, and Batman's a badass, but it's like they made him bulletproof now. That's dope.
Yeah, it's nothing new though. I get it. Like Morbius, we ain't never seen no fucking like I ain't seen Morbius since the Spider-Man animated series. Like,
yeah, you're right. I barely, like, I knew that he was a vampire superhero. I knew that he was like the White Blade, kind of, is how I thought about him.
Yeah, he's a villain though, really. So I don't know how they're gonna spin it. I guess in the same way they did Venom, right? Like, he's normally a villain, but yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so Hawkeye's my new fucking favorite. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it
brought Yelena back. I loved all the fucking shit. I thought it was a great series. I
They're
read
gonna make that little Hawkeye team, right? And a little Hawkeyeverse now.
I don't know. I think.
Well, it's just in the similar, like, they got the Ant-Man little universe, you know, with him, Wasp, Mr. Pym, his mom, or or Wasp mom, you know, like, you just that little.
I think eventually what's happening here is Jeremy Renner is going to go by the wayside. She's going to be the new Hawkeye, and then we're going to get some sort of new Avengers or young Avengers. Yeah.
Well, there's like even like West Coast Avengers. There's all kinds of shit that, you know, like.
Yeah.
The infinite.
There's a fucking Great Lakes Avengers. There are so many fucking teams out there, dude. It's ridiculous. They were like, oh, we're gonna do Alpha Flight now. Like,
that would be dope. I'd be on board with Alpha Flight. Come on, with Puck and Sasquatch and what's the dude, the native dude, man, Thunderbird.
Yeah, I think that would be dope. That would be dope.
Now they could bring Wolverine in through Alpha Flight. That'd be all right, man.
Yeah, I could dig it. All right, so we're done with Hawkeye, I guess. And I'll be honest, I talked the fuck out of Hawkeye for the past, because I do it on Marvel Plus. So I talked about Hawkeye for fucking the last 6-7 weeks straight. So
yeah. I'm recording. I love you, baby. Small commercial break. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, Hawkeye, dude, super dope. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I'm ready. Like, is there a new show coming out? I know they're coming with She-Hulk at some point, right? And Night Moon, right?
Yeah, Moon Knight. She-Hulk is the next series that comes out.
Oh, it is. I'm excited for that. They're gonna have Scar, is the way I understand it, which is like Hulk's son, correct?
I think. I don't know the story. Like, I don't know that storyline at all. But
what's that show? The 10 Rings. Yeah, I'm terrible with remembering names, but anyway, the 10 Rings, they had an Abomination on there, so kind of reintroduced him to the universe, so that'd be all right too, man. They had him in the little She-Hulk show, because it's all Hulkiverse, right?
Yep. I'm excited to see what they'll do, because it's one of those things where I don't know a whole lot about the character and shit. It'd be cool to see like something brand new, like tell me a new story. I think after that we get Ms. Marvel, that show, and then we get then Moon Knight, I think, is the next after that. So yeah. Oh, and Secret Invasion, the Nick Fury show.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be good.
That'd be dope.
There's no release dates for anything right now, not even the next series, not even She-Hulk. So I'm thinking probably February or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. So I think next you want to talk about Witcher?
I didn't watch The Witcher. We can't talk about Witcher.
Sorry, not Witcher. take that back. The Matrix.
Yeah, let's talk about the Matrix, man. What did you think about
I watched Sorry.
What did you think about going back to the Matrix 20 years later?
It's kind of disappointing, man.
Were you disappointed?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'll watch it. I'll bet I'll watch it again, but it was not. It was cool, man, but it was just. I don't know. It wasn't the same, man. I felt a little bit like I like that they brought there's some cool shit in there where they brought back Morbius through like the computer program that Tom Anderson wrote and shit. I'll cut that flex in my voice. It's supposed to be like Agent Smith, but Mr. Anderson.
What do you think about the fact that like they put him back in and they made it,
the whole story was a game he wrote? It was a cool take, man. It was a cool take.
Yeah, I like that premise. I think it was pretty cool, and I like how they were like referencing themselves a lot. Like in the movie, they were talking about Warner Brothers and the trilogy, and like how
they're gonna do it like with or without you. That's probably some real shit that they told him.
Right. So, I liked that. I liked it was real meta. Like it was self-referential and self-effacing like that. It like kind of made fun of itself a little bit.
Yeah. Neil Patrick Harris did not disappoint.
Yeah, he killed it. He killed that role, and I think I won't say I didn't love how it all played out. But I was.
And I was like, come on, man, Neil's a hero. Don't give the pants a trendy.
Yeah, and just the like, it got a little cheesy at the very end with the flying. I love that fucking swarm though. When they did the swarm and the fucking people were jumping out the windows and like just falling to the street.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was great.
Yeah, that was fucking. Yeah, using people for bombs, that was fucking insane. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, and I like how Neil Patrick's like, well, you just inundate the species. He was it was smart, and it was cool how they showed like the dichotomy where they've advanced and like some of the machines were like, nah, we ain't trying to do all this, man. We want to be kind of like copacetic with the humans, and there's AI and humans like kind of joining, and it was cool, man.
Yeah, and it was like a new Matrix, so they got rid of some of the old like outdated shit, so they didn't have phone booths and shit like that.
I'm glad they brought back the Frenchman.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That's right. Man, that was one of my favorite characters from the original series, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah. Listen, I went into this movie with very like. I love the fucking Matrix, like, and not even just the original. A lot of people, they love the original, they hate the sequels, but I like the whole damn trilogy.
Yeah.
And so I went in though just knowing that there's no fucking way this is going to be even close to the original. It's not even close. There's no chance because the original was so fucking original. It was so surprising. It was so like mind fucking
ahead of its time.
Yeah. And just like a concept, like I don't think any movie from now on can ever do that to an audience again, where you're just like, what the fuck?
This started like a whole like subculture, a whole theory of existence based on the, there's a lot of people that think we live in a simulation now, based on this fucking screenplay, the simulation theory is a real thing, and it was not a thing before The Matrix came out.
Right. I think it was, but it wasn't like people didn't know about it.
But you have to give credence for the spread of that theory based on the Matrix trilogy, and now the quadruplet of it. Like whatever the fourth one, the fourth
quadrilogy. Yeah.
The quadrilogy. Oh.
Yeah. So I was just happy to be back in that fucking world again. I love seeing fucking
okay. Like okay. I was a little rough in my initial shit. I was super fucking happy that they made another one for me to enjoy. Being kind of a consumeristic piece of shit, if you will. Okay, no, I'm so glad that they made that. But it wasn't the same as the original trilogy because but it's 2021, almost 2022, and those other ones are super old, and and now it's kind of fucked up because the shit there, the technology was so cutting edge. You know, we're used to watching Spider-Man No Way Home, Endgame, you know, all these like high level fucking animation, like where it's like seamless between reality and fucking and computer generated shit that, you know, now we're spoiled to it, you know?
Yeah.
But back when that shit came out, when he's running on that pole sideways looking like a PS5 character, you know, you know, that was like, whoa, bro, you know, but now you're like, nah.
Yeah, that looks fake as fuck now. Like, but
oh yeah.
But it does, like, I feel like the movie has more relevance now than ever before, just because you can see how realistic shit is getting. Like,
yeah.
Like, even fucking Avatar came out in 2012, and that motherfucker looked real, dude.
Yeah, bro. For real.
You know?
It's not lying to me.
So nowadays, you're going to have VR that's indistinguishable from real fucking life soon. And then you've got already, there's a Matrix game, like, based on this movie, and it's for PS5, and I just saw, like, footage of it, like, a demo of it. Fucking just looks like fucking real life, dude. It just looks like a character walking around in real life. I'm like, dude, if Grand Theft Auto 6 looks like this, fucking, I'm getting a PS5.
Get some. Fuck it.
It looked real as fuck. It looked like I was outside looking around the city.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
I'm trying not to get into video games.
The Matrix for me, it was never gonna be the original. It was never gonna be that fucking good. But I enjoyed, like I said, seeing the characters again. It was fun. It was fun.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, it's cool, and there's the whole thing of getting Trinity out was like the Mission Impossible, and it's like very equal to her when she's dive bombing off the building to go save Neo. You know, like it's comparable to the same storyline, but in reverse. You know, with the added twist. So you know, it's good shit. You know,
and I did like too that they brought back some of those. I like that they brought back some of those ancillary, like the side characters, right? Like they brought back the little girl, and they brought back like you said, the Frenchman. I was like, oh shit, it's the Frenchman. Like I was surprised.
I wanted to see those two blonde motherfuckers. You know, the ghost. I was like, where are those motherfuckers at? Get them switchblades out, boys. Like, come on now.
I was hoping that too. I was like, oh, get the albino dudes. Yes.
Yeah, the albinos with the switchblades.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was all right, man. Man, okay, are we done talking about movies for a little?
Yeah, I think so. We can move on from that. Yeah.
Did you hear about that shit that the CDC did?
No. What?
They changed the COVID guidelines, bro.
To what? Maybe I did hear it. Maybe
5 days if you don't have symptoms. If you test positive for COVID, but you're asymptomatic, you only have to kick it at your house for 5 days now.
Okay. That's half the time, bro.
Yeah, and I think and they did something similar. This is if you're vaccinated and you have a close exposure before 14 days. Now I think it's like 36 hours. I don't quote me on that part, but I think like 36 hours or something. I'm like,
yeah.
Somebody else got over COVID too, huh?
Yeah.
I'm tired too.
Yeah. And okay, so I already told you this. I don't know if I told the listeners, but so I know your household dealt with a COVID issue a while back. And you guys are all vaccinated, right?
Me, yeah, all the adults, and my oldest son, my 17-year-old little kid now.
Yeah. So in our house, our oldest son caught COVID. I'm not sure exactly where. He might have got it from school. Might have got it from. He goes to like Code Ninjas to learn how to code and shit. Could be from there. Who knows? But I don't think it was from any of us, because he caught it and no one else did, right? And like he was the only one with it. And we tested every day, everyone in the family, see like, oh, am I gonna get it? Is she gonna get it? And no one else fucking got it. And what's funny is we didn't we were in normal contact with him, like close as fuck. And for probably a week before we even knew he had it. And I'm not saying it's the ivermectin, bro. I'm just saying that nobody. Yeah, we took it, dude. We took it early on, to be honest. We took it early fucking on before. My wife actually, she was hip to the ivermectin shit before it was ever in the news or anything. It was like over a year ago. She's like, look, man, there's some talk about this like thing, and some countries that use this ivermectin aren't getting COVID as bad. So maybe there's something to it. Might as well try it out. So we did, and it didn't harm us at all. It didn't do anything fucking wrong. I had no side effects from it. And yeah, I don't necessarily think that's what it's from, because it had been so long since I took it that it probably wouldn't have affected me getting it or not anyway, even if it worked. But I just wanted to throw that ivermectin line in there so I can get us canceled. But like,
hey, didn't you say Pfizer's making their own? They are coming out with the oral treatment for COVID, though. By Pfizer.
Yeah, Pfizer-mectin is what the fuck that is.
Yeah, Pfizer-mectin.
Yeah, it's the same type of shit, bro. Supposedly the chemical makeup is very similar. That's what's crazy about that. So
it ain't crazy, it's business.
Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe all these fucking conspiracy theories are so fucking crazy. Maybe.
There's people that think there's more people that drove to the center of the earth and built a kingdom.
True.
But what if we get to the center of the earth and there's a bunch of fucking moles down there kicking it tough with little drilling machines?
Or fucking King Kongs.
That'd be awesome.
With a little King Kong family.
Well, we went down to the center of the earth and did find dinosaurs. That'd be so cool. I'll bring them up here and ruin the planet.
Yeah. And I'd go to space, bro.
Space. Team Dino!
So, yeah, no, I didn't know that. That's crazy. So 5 days now. As long as you don't have symptoms.
Yeah, man, I was stuck at, my mother-in-law cut her finger like good last night, cut into it deep. Had to go get stitches, and they kicked me out the waiting room because I'm not being seen, and my cell phone was dead, and so I was just sitting there listening to XM radio in my car. Oh, because we have a massive snowstorm right now, so it's like dangerous. Really? Yeah, dangerous to drive, and so I'm not going to my house and going back. Like this is just like normal day. Like just call me when you're done. I'll come get you.
That's funny. That's funny because it's fucking Washington here, because it's been pouring rain, no snow at all. It's been like 60 degrees, pouring rain.
We're supposed to get freezing rain, but yeah. Anyway, I was sitting there, and then so something funny about XM radio is the Fox channel and the CNN channel are back and forth on click. Yeah. And I'm like, so I'm listening, and I'm like, this might be some bullshit. Let's check out what the other guys are saying. It's probably some, let's go. So I'm going back and forth, and they're all saying the same shit about the CDC thing. So I was like, all right, it's probably true. Both of them are saying it. Yeah. This is probably the new recommendation.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm not one for listening to the news, but every now and then it's interesting. It's like I don't really watch football, but if the Niners are playing, might as well flip it on.
Yeah. I listen to I don't really listen to news anymore either, man. I listen to a podcast that's pretty fucking balanced. Like you remember those people? They were on Rogan before, but Crystal and Sagar, you ever seen them?
Yeah, okay.
So they have their own like news show, and like Sagar is like more conservative, and Crystal's more liberal, and so there's this really balanced. And I like how like they're on the same side about a lot of shit, and so it's like, and they're reporting the news. So and yet there's a little bit of opinion, but it's super balanced. It's like general opinion. It's more like what normal ass people think, not what this
What's
side.
What's that show called now?
It's called Breaking Points.
Okay. I'll check that out.
It's on like 4 times a week.
Okay. All right, I'll have to check that out. That sounds interesting. Because man, I just don't like. And this is something it's like it's sports. This is what some Dan Cullen was saying in his show is like politics have become like sports. Like this is my team, that's your team. No matter what, that's my team, and it's like that's why like I stopped watching the news on a regular basis. I think I want to say 2017. Halfway through 2017.
I said 2016, but I knew it was one of those.
Yeah. I got kind of a little Trumpy for a minute, but then I was like, "This is retarded. What am I doing?" Yeah. But anyway, no, I always knew Trump was an idiot, but I was like, I'm kind of leaning more conservative, and to an extent, I still lean conservative, but I try to be. I try to be moderate as possible.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, I've become more moderate the older I've got. So I used to be pretty much like I was always told like you're a Democrat, you're liberal. Like this is my parents and my grandparents were all Democrats. And then I got a little older and it could have just been me being fucking rebellious and been like, oh, fucking liberal motherfucker. I'm conservative, right?
Yeah.
Right. But then I really took that on for a long time. I was like hardcore, like everything conservative. And I did fucking watch Fox News and I did fucking listen to Sean Hannity and shit. Like I loved it, dude.
Tuckerson. What's his name? Carl Tuckerson?
Why are you dyslexic as fuck, dude? You always say shit backwards, dude. I love it.
What the fuck's his name? I can't remember.
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, come on, man. Who the fuck's name is Tucker?
The fucking Carl Tuckerson over here. All right. So, but no, okay. So I was super concerned.
Hey, but like Tucker Carlson's show, hold on. It's super fun to watch. It's like the most fucking idiotic fucking hyper fucking built up fucking libtard person going with this, you know, quick-witted, smart-ass fucking conservative dude that just has all the speaking points and writers that are just, you know, it's predictable. It's like Mike Tyson's going to fight your dad right now. Like, and you're going to talk, you want to watch? I mean, you don't not want to watch, right? So that's that show, every single episode. I was like, and when I was like, why doesn't he fight anybody? Like, why doesn't he argue with anybody that's smart? You know, it's like Conor McGregor is gonna fight Jesse. Like,
yeah.
Like,
so I was like super conservative in my probably mid to late 20s, and then I married a really left-leaning liberal lady, and that's my wife now. And so that was one thing. And honestly, we were like, we fucking butted heads over politics all the fucking time. But I'll tell you what, the thing that really turned me around, and people will be surprised by this, is listening to Rogan. And it sounds crazy because, you know, I think a lot of the world thinks that Rogan's this fucking far right motherfucker. And it's like, he brought me, like, listening to his show and his guests brought me way further left than I ever was before. And that's facts.
Yeah, that's true because he's super moderate.
Yeah, and the people he'd bring on people from all sides. I started to see some fucking Democratic or liberal point of views. I started going, yeah, that does make fucking more sense than the shit that I've been like toting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I just started thinking about stuff like real problems, being pragmatic rather than like not necessarily what is like maybe the right thing to do or the proper thing to do, but what works. And that's when I started going, okay, all right. Okay.
For me, mostly it's like when I got into human services, I stopped seeing things so black and white and started seeing real human suffering and realizing whatever we're doing right now probably isn't working. So we need to keep evolving and progressing, which is progressive in its, you know, in its own sense.
Yeah.
And I started saying, well, not all these, you know, democratic ideas are so bad because these actually put roofs over people's heads and feeds people and, you know, and you know, the hard Republican stance is, well, get a job, hippie, you know, but it's like that's not realistic for everybody, man. I wish it was, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's where I am too. I'm like, you can't, until the playing field is truly like equal, you could be like, hey, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Everybody's got the same opportunities. But until they actually have all the same opportunities.
Yeah, so there's equity. It's not going to really be a thing.
Yeah, you can't say that. Like, you
and
know,
it's not just racial. There's like, you know, there's cultural, like you know, there's multi-generational fucking poverty. There's a lot of things that is like, you know, and you know, and there is like, you know, supported employment, which is ran through Medicaid, and how many people are like, fuck Medicaid, but it's like Medicaid, how like people's insurances are paying for them to have a house right now through some of the programs that are running. And so it's like, you know, like, and it's like, you can be like, well, fuck that, why are they living off the system? But then that's usually the same person that's bitching about the people living on a camp by the you know, the fucking freeway and shit. So it's like, well, what do you want? Do you want homeless people in the street, or do you want people that have a house? Because honestly, it's cheaper to pay somebody's rent than it is for them to be homeless, because the amount of crime and destruction that homeless people tend to cause is, or even to keep them in jail, is cheaper to pay their rent for a month.
Yeah. I just think of it so much in terms of like how much a difference it makes how and where you were raised. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man. Like a dude that's born to a family with nothing on fucking welfare and grows up in poverty with violence all around them all the time, and they're always on edge inside their entire, like, anxious their entire fucking upbringing, compared to a guy who grew up in the suburbs and had nice fucking parents that stayed together and took care of him and showed him work ethic and showed him what he needed to do and guided him and helped him get into college. Like, it's a fucking massive difference, man.
That'd be. Yeah, nature versus nurture, you know, and then like some people want to flip the script and some people are just like, well, this is how we do it. So, you know, and there's people on the opposite end of that spectrum, you know, there's some outliers where it's like, yeah, I had everything, but fucking here I am. I don't want to work because I'm entitled and the roaches take care of me. But yeah, those are usually the people that have the hardest, to be honest, because they're not prepared to deal with real life once their parents pass away. Yeah. But anyway, I digress. We got into it, didn't we?
We turned this bitch around. I like it though. I like the end of this podcast. If this is the end of the podcast, which I think we should probably be wrapping up pretty soon.
Yeah, probably. We're past an hour. But anyway, didn't you want to talk about something?
Yeah, I was just gonna talk about so I don't know if I talked about this before. I think I did. So I was taking this like ADHD medication for a while, non-stimulant stuff. And then I
Adderall, right?
No, not Adderall. So not fucking Adderall.
10 Adderall today.
So
I'm released. Relax.
I stopped taking that because it was just the shit that I was taking was not good. Like I was gaining weight. I was fucking not, control my eating. It was just out of lost ambition. It was weird. But so I switched and I tried this antidepressant. Antidepressants sometimes also help with stuff like that, like focus and ADHD, because if you can be fucking just cool and chill and like internally you're like good, you don't have as much fucking like your mind's racing and thinking about a million things and freaking out, right? It like calms your anxiety and shit. So I tried one antidepressant and I didn't like it at all. Did not do great things. And
that was the fucking Wellbutrin, right?
Wellbutrin, yeah. I started getting like I actually got
that wasn't for you.
Depressed on it. Yeah. So this new thing, and this is what I just wanted to kind of like a PSA, because like if you're trying medication to help you stuff, like I'm the type of person who like I don't want to take medication if I don't have to, right? So if I take something and it's not working, I'm one of those people like, well, tried it, no medication for me, fuck that shit, right? Like told you medication ain't gonna help. But it really is trial and fucking error, because you don't know what your fucking chemical makeup is and shit, and you have to.
It is. Like I'm on my third cholesterol medication because I was like, nope, gives me headaches. Nope, gives me headaches.
Yeah.
I should probably drink more water too, but I'm on my third one. I don't got no headaches, man. I'm good. Right. You know, and
it's no different. One's for your body and one's for your brain. You know what I mean? It's like
the
brain's way more complex.
Psych meds are a lot bigger party, and I've been on a lot of them. You know, currently, you know, I'm only on a sleeping med and an anti-anxiety med. I'm doing good, and this is the first time in a long time I haven't got depressed through the holidays. So whatever the fuck happened, I don't know, but thank God for that. You know, probably, you know, I made some changes, some things are going. I don't want to go into them, but you know, like just not being obsessed about some particular things, a way de-stressed. Like I'm way less stressed out at my job. You know, I have a way better work environment than I did previously. Not throwing any shade at anybody, just I'm really happy in my job now, and you know, less roommates. You know, things have just changed a little bit, and you know, and it's not hating on anybody from my previous like experience. It's just, you know, my life is different, and it seems like things are going okay now, and I don't have to. I'm under a lot less stress. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not, and the stress that I have is just part of, like, you know, the stress that I have is not like overwhelming. It's just what it is. You know, it's just part of the job. But it's like, it's not like a toxic environment with individuals and stuff. Like I don't got any of that going on. So you know, it's good. Had good holidays. Everything, like, I don't know. my brain just didn't turn on that sad boy switch. So I'm doing all right, man.
Yeah.
Thank God
so
for that.
I switched to from the Wellbutrin to Prozac. Prozac has been really good.
Yeah.
Except here's the thing. This is what I wanted to say, because just like trying this medication, then that medication, and now this medication is like, I think it's my third one.
Yeah.
I'm also, you also got to try different amounts of that medication. See where your fucking levels are. And so
your meds is a trip.
Right. So I started off on the lowest, which is 20. And I took that for a while, and I'm like, this is actually making some serious fucking improvements. I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more in the moment. I don't feel fucking all over the place, and I don't feel as stressed. I'm not fucking biting people's heads off. I'm not reacting. I'm not getting angry and shit.
Right.
But I could still see room for improvement here. I think it could be a little better. So I talked to my psychiatrist, and I'm like, can we try the next one up? Right. And so go to the next one up. And now I think that might be a little too much. And that's the thing. It's like, so I might have to go right back and readjust again one more time to go right in between, take a 1.5 rather than 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes that's the thing, It's like my anxiety, like instead of going from a 0.5 milligram to 1 milligram, I would like just take 2.5 milligrams at separate times in the day, It's like, because it's an instant acting. They're not instant, but quick acting. So it's like, I don't want to feel euphoria. I just don't want to be anxious. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like finding that, but it's like if I take a whole milligram at once, I'll feel like, oh, okay. I feel a little buzz off it, and that's not the effect I'm trying to have. So I just don't want to be anxious, but I don't want to be high. So
yeah, it's a delicate dance. It is.
It is.
And I guess I wanted to bring that up because like I myself am guilty of that mindset. Like, oh, this ain't working. I don't want to do nothing then. Or like, oh, this one I've tried this many. It's like it might be the next thing you try. It's just like life. It's just like life. It's like I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried and I went at it from different angles, but eventually I found the way that fucking works. It's like anything else. It's like any fucking thing else. And so, I had to change that thought, like those beliefs that I had, that thought processes that I have, and be like, just fucking just try the different ways. You know what I mean? And be patient with it. So that's where I'm at now. I feel like this is how I can tell too. This is how I feel like I'm on a little too much, is because they even say with antidepressants, if you start to feel like shit don't matter at all, or you're like, you don't really have ambition to do shit, you're just like, like it's whatever all the time. That's not good. That's not good either. Like, so, and what I've noticed is I'm very much in the moment. I am less angry. All these things are great. But now I got like zero motivation to do, me, I like to fucking like set goals and fucking do shit. Things. And I got no motivation, and I'm tired all the fucking time. And I'm like, this is not me at all. So got to go back, readjust, and see what's up. But this medication is really good. I enjoy it so far. Enjoy it. It's working out well so far.
Hey, if you enjoy it, if it's working out, like,
I just gotta adjust it a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, it'll all work out.
I'm confident. I feel good about it. I was a little standoffish at first, and now I'm kind of like, I think this might work out. So, yeah, we're all gonna challenge the beliefs that we have about things.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Looking at things, like Kimberly tells me, reframe your thoughts. Like whenever I'm being a fucking knuckle dragging Neanderthal, she's like, reframe your thoughts, just and it's like she's like, you're being stupid. I get mad, but when she tells me to reframe my thoughts, I have to really like rethink about things. Like,
yeah.
Just like sometimes I feel like fuck that. I don't give a fuck.
It's just like the politics discussion we were just having. It's like sometimes you just gotta look at something a little bit different.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that's it.
All right, Brett Scott. All right, brother. It's good talking to you. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, let's not make it so long next time.
Oh yeah, the distance between episodes. Yeah, absolutely not. Going too far. All right, I'll see you probably in a week, I would have guessed.
All right, man.
All right, be safe.
Later.